And the guys who talked to you sort of talked about feeling like they owed one to Michael after the Utah game. How much sweeter does it make it to do it for a guy like that on a night?
Yeah, I mean, Michael's an emotional guy too, so I think it means probably more to him than people would think, just because of the way he is. So we didn't play well our last game in Utah, and I felt like we got a little bit closer to the way our team needs to play to have success, and it was even nicer to see it done on a special night for Michael.
Dan Bladar, obviously, with the shutout was great. Just your thoughts on how he played.
I thought he was excellent. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, nothing got by him, but when he had to make a save, which I liked, we didn't give up a lot of opportunities tonight, but when we did give a chance up, I thought he looked really sound and solid in the net.
How do you think your guys shut down the Jack Hughes and other players there tonight?
I think as a team, the guys did a good job of staying above them. So every time they tried to get some speed going, I felt like we had numbers on top of them, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for them to skate through. And I thought that was something that we did a good job of from the start of the game right through the finish tonight.
Ryan, a couple of those saves from Dan, like especially I'm thinking the breakaway on Jack Hughes.
Yeah.
When a team's trying to get out of a skid, how important is it to get those in a close game so you don't maybe lose some of the momentum you're starting to get back?
Well, you used the word, it is momentum, right? And if your goalie makes a save at the right time, it can shift a game for sure. And it's the same with special teams. They're really one and the same. You have to rely on your goaltender in key critical situations. He was there for us tonight. So again, like I said earlier, I thought he did an excellent job.
How much momentum did you generate from the fight?
I would say quite a bit. I think it got the crowd, engaged and really into the game as well. So, those things happen. Ryan, I don't think there was anything wrong with the hit. Unfortunately, he was falling at the same time he got hit. But, I thought it was something that brought a little life into the building for sure.
How did you feel about your group special teams tonight?
Penalty kill I thought was really good. I thought the guys did a pretty good job. After the first one, I thought we were much better at our blue line. Power play wasn't great for us tonight, but as it got going, made a couple little changes there, and we'll see how things go moving forward.
It has been since the Seattle game, I think, that you guys have scored on the power play. Do you have any sense of why it's not working right now?
There was stretches tonight. There was one power play tonight where I thought we were much more competitive as a group of 5 guys, and I think that's one of the big reasons why it hasn't scored in 6 games. So you have to treat it like it's a 5-on-5 situation, and if you're looking to be soft or if you want to make plays that are unnecessary instead of making the simple play that's right in front of you, it's going to struggle. I saw them tonight get harder in the battle, and if they continue to have that approach, it'll change for them.
We didn't see very much of Andrei Kuzmenko in the second half of the game. I'm just curious if you could tell us why.
He wasn't moving his feet all that much tonight, and I thought Mantha was doing a better job of that for us tonight.
Ryan, just kind of bigger picture, what have you seen from Dan this year in his first year, not with being the understudy to Marshall?
In his approach to the game, there's not much different. He's the same guy every day, whether he was a backup, if you want to call it that, or if now he's getting more starts. Like, he hasn't really changed his approach. What I do like about it is the tandem that we do have. I feel like there's some competition between the two of them where Dan Bladar has a great game, and now Dustin's wheels are probably rolling a little bit where I have to answer my next start. So I think that's such a good thing for our team to have 2 guys that want the net, and they're playing really well for us.
I think we've all been wondering if a shutout would change the goalie rotation. Is it too early to ask?
It may. It may. Yeah.
What do you think of Matt's game tonight with Blake and Michael? And is that something you want to do maybe long-term here to give it a look?
Yeah, we'll see. I thought he was very good tonight. He gave you the feeling that he was going to score. He was moving his feet, and I thought he brought some good energy to our team. So when you're playing with those 2 guys, they typically get the harder matchups as well. And I think over his last year and a bit, sometime in the American League, as I mentioned before, they've done a really good job with him, helping him with the details of the game. Now he's at the point where he's becoming more of a responsible, reliable player where you can put him on the ice against the Heischer line and not worry about it. Plus, he's a threat to score. So we'll see. I was happy with the way he played tonight.
What did you make of some of the looks he had on the power play tonight?
Well, speaking of our power play again, didn't generate, but that's one of the areas that we'd like to see him continue to progress. So if he's getting a chance to shoot the puck that's a good thing for us because he's putting himself in the right situations.
We've had Tyson Berry dressed for 2 games in a row now. I'm just curious what you've thought about his game just in these past 2.
Tonight, to me, was his best game that he's played for us, both on the power play, I think, when he was on with one of our units there, and his overall game. And a lot of times if you're not in regularly, sometimes it's hard to get up to speed quickly, but I thought he was okay for us in Utah. Okay is the word I'll use, but I thought tonight he was a good defenseman for us.
How would you describe the juice that Backlund's buddies brought to the post-game celebration?
I don't know what they were chanting, but it's a pretty neat thing when you see the excitement around the dressing room. So I know it was a special night for Michael, and it was cool to have all those guys there with him.